curator, Jagran Film Festival, and editor, Entertainment Midday, the renowned Mayank Shekhar. Over to you, Mayank.
Guys, you can be louder than that. He's used to Gatey Galaxy kind of audience. Louder, please. Please, come on.
In 5 minutes, I'll turn them into Gatey Galaxy, don't worry.
No, they already are. I think we have all segments of society that you right now cater to. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jagran Cinema Summit. This is our first session. Just to let you know what we intend to do through the day, right until the night. We have conversations on VFX, where we look at the impact that VFX has had on cinema. We have a full presentation on virtual reality, what it does and how it's going to replace cinema apparently. We have an entire panel discussion with industry heads that'll be talking about whether cinemas will survive at all or not. And here is a guy next to me who just needs to put comedy. He needs to put action. Well, he's put romance also, and the movie is a goddamn hit. I think every other conversation pales in comparison to the one we're going to have right now, because the question here with Rohit Shetty is not whether cinemas will survive or not. I think the last one that he did was Golmaal, the last Golmaal that you did, around the time that nothing was working, and he cracked 200 crore plus. So clearly, that question will never be asked to you. Rohit Shetty, thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you so much. By the way, you forgot Chennai Express. And good you forgot Dilwale. Yeah, anyways.
Have you forgotten Dilwale?
No, it will always be a car.
You know, Rohit, in all your conversations that I've seen online, interviews especially, you speak about how if there is a commercial film, it will work. But you don't quite define what that commercial means. What do you mean by commercial? Isn't every film commercial given that every film needs to get a return on its investment?
See, what happens is when you're investing, you need to have the returns. Otherwise, how will you function? You can't make a film where the producer is crying, the audience is confused, and you say, I've made what I wanted to make. This is my cinema. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in losses. There should be no losses. And when I say if a film is doing well, if the money is coming, it's only coming because the film is doing well. And when we say that it's a 200 crore film, or when we say it's a 400 crore film, it's done that business, I say let's change it. Let's call it like 3 crore people saw the film, or 4 crore people saw the film. So it's media created, the 100 crore club or the 200 crore club. But it's important the film should run. It's very important, yeah.
No, what I want to know from you, Rohit, is when you say commercial, are there certain boxes that you need to check? Like when you're thinking of a film, when you're planning a film, thinking, ye commercial part liya ke nahi liya, because that may be important for your audience.
For my audience, yeah.
Yes,
the audience which I cater, mass, or you call it family audience, for them, I really take care of it. When I'm writing the film, or when I'm shooting the film, or when I'm editing the film, that what they will think. It's not about what I'm thinking.
Right.
Or it's like, okay, should we keep this in? No, it's going little, I think the family audience will be uncomfortable, let's remove it.
Right.
So whenever I'm writing the film, or when I'm shooting a film, when I'm editing a film, it's just audience in my mind. And that's my audience. I know that there's a segment of people who don't like my cinema. That's fine.
But do you have things that you keep in mind in terms of it should be there? Like, I don't necessarily mean in terms of formula, but you know that it'll always work wherever it plays, especially in small towns, single screens, and of course multiplexes. There's very little difference between the two now left in any case. But like, itna ghanta ya itna minute action to hona chahiye.
No, it's not like that. It's not. It's not like making a sambar. Put 2 spoons of powder. But basic story is important. What your story is, and by the story itself, you come to know that this will click.
Really?
Yeah.
Like you hear a story, you know it's going to click?
Yeah. Otherwise, I don't make a film. Like, or if I see a film, like Singham, when I saw Singham, and I was like, if I change few things, the basic idea is good, but for our audience, for our Hindi audience, if I change the film into this, it will be a super hit. And it worked. So I don't know from where it comes. I don't have a theory behind it, but it works.
Is it pure instinct? Like you just know because...
Pure instinct. Pure instinct, and what happens is observation is very important. Like a lot of truth has been hidden, or there is, people don't go, especially now because of the social media and the new generation of writers, I mean the journalists or film critics or people writing about cinema, they don't go into the history of cinema. They don't, if you will be shocked to know that the highest grosser film in India, the footfall is just 4 crore. We are 125 or 26 crore of population. 4 crore is a footfall. You know, today, last year when I was...
Are you talking about Bahubali or...
Whether it's Bahubali or Dangal, the footfall is 4.5 crore, not more than that. We don't have theaters. We don't have, we have around 5,000 screen max. There are towns which has a population of 10 to 11 lakh people or 12 lakh people, but there are no theaters. They have to travel for 2 hours. You'll be shocked to know that till today, 80% of people in India are watching television, and they have those TV, that Dabba TV, what we call, they have that. So we are living in a dream world. And I'm not living in that dream world. I know the facts. You know, it's a serious business. And it's like we create, okay, cinema is changing. Cinema is changing. But cinema has always changed. Always there has been a time where something new came up. But it's not that, oh, you have to get scared and don't follow your dream or don't make the kind of cinema you want to make. And there are many things that we need to learn. And I think that's what works for me. Observation, being with the people. Being with the audience, like when I talk about Golmaal again, it became a big hit. It became a huge hit, but we have seen the film thrice in theater, in all the theaters to learn what worked and what is not working.
Do you take notes when you laugh?
We do that.
You do?
Yeah, we do that.
Do you do it personally?
Yeah. Not personally, but
okay. You send your team to come back with the notes?
We see the film thrice, of maybe 4 times sometimes. You know, so the reality check needs to be there. We are living in a dream world. We are creating a dream world, which is not a fact, you know, what has been written about cinema, what has been written about television, or what is written about web series, or what is written about theaters, you know. We have just 4,500 to 5,000 screens, that's it.
Right.
As I said, that the biggest, highest footfall is of 4.5 crore people. A lot of people must not be knowing it. They think the whole world is in the film. It's not like that. You need to have that reality check. And when we talk about that cinema is changing, cinema was always changing. When Manmohan Desai was making Amar Akbar Anthony, Rishida was making Mili.
Right.
So it's not like when Ardh Satya was made, that time Mithun Chakravarti cinema was also doing well. So it's like what to write. Okay, so I'll write that cinema is changing by this film. And you're trying to be an escapist. If you go into history of cinema, cinema was always changing and developing, and always they had these 2 parallel sides. One was a commercial film. Earlier it was an art film. Today it's a multiplex film. It's nothing like that. Film is a film. A good film is a good film. A bad film is a bad film. That's it.
Taliyan, boss. But when you position yourself as a filmmaker, Rohit, do you see yourself in line with, say, Manmohan Desai, David Dhawan? Is that where you seek your inspiration from?
I see myself as Rohit Shetty. What I've done earlier, whether I'm doing better than that, whether my films are doing better than that, have I done better than that? That is more important for me. So it's not like, but whereas position is concerned, I think it just happens because you do television, you become a brand by doing television, and then there is a brand of cinema that, okay, sometimes it happens like somebody else has done some action and my name comes up. It looks like a Rohit Shetty cinema.
Right. No, because you do have some standard tropes in your films, right? Looks very Rohit Shetty.
Yeah. But I do take care of my branding and my positioning for sure. Okay, what am I making, whether I should do this or whether I should not. There is a thought which goes behind it. I'm quite practical when it comes to positioning myself or where I am today.